Alright, we're gonna open the meeting here. It's February 5th, having a select board meeting, Enosburg EMS building. And first thing on the agenda is to ask if there's any additions or subtractions from the agenda. Seeing and hearing none, we will commence forward to the agenda at hand. Take any public comments at this point. No one's here to suggest anything from the public, so we will move on to the next part of the agenda. I guess that might be Mark. Hopefully
Well, I can pass out the letter that I created for the front of the book, and you guys can read that. I did do stuff this week. I just didn't have to do everything. Take one and pass them on. It's not perfect. I'm not an author. If there's something you don't like, if there's something that sounds funny, I take criticism very well.
Can we make suggestions as we go, as we read, or do you want to wait till the?
Yeah, go ahead.
I was just wondering, just a couple, like maybe word, like to say maybe concerns, or to say this issue is very problem, to say this issue has had some real concern. You know what I mean? Just to
Soften it?
yeah. Because I like how you ended up putting down here. I really like how you put that it's not just, you know, our town. It's really a overarching.
It's a change problem to concern.
Yeah.
Or just yeah. Maybe
Yes.
interesting. I like that. I think it's a good summary of what's going on.
Here has a statement, has a change, has a something to add.
I mean, not that you wanna make this a long thing, but the thing is that like, you know, the year started out with no coverage, for the first 3 months due to staffing. And just take the rest of that out.
I mean, you want the rest of the whole?
No, it's, you know, because we already know, I don't know, it's just wordy,
Yeah,
that's
but
all.
we know.
Yeah, but the people will know too, by stating that.
So what part do you want to take out? I don't understand that.
I'm just saying something like, you know, the first three, the year started off with no coverage for the first 3 months, due to staffing problems, and take out, you know, did not have the deputies to cover our contract. I mean,
So just stop with was understaffed, period?
bingo,
And then take up, and did not have deputies to cover our.
because, you know, it's kind of duplication. But, hey, what do I know? I'm just offering a suggestion.
I said I take it very well, I just.
One other thing to add in that paragraph somehow, somewhere is to say, maybe it's after we talked about our current contract ending June 30th, just mention, here's Moore's new contracts, what is it, 25% increase year to year or something like that? Even if we stayed.
And then, we'll do it after.
It's fine.
No, wait, we're on camera.
Oh. Rid of my little feelings.
Put all that in there, and then at the end say, reach out to your legislatures or the state house and put some pressure on them.
Include their,
Yeah,
I didn't mention anything about the highway because Joey always breaks his own.
probably the the fire station, are we no more as a public safety building? Or is this an ambulance?
I hear all of it, I don't know which one it's, well.
I mean, I would throw in public safety
You
building,
wanna just
cause,
call it that?
'cause, you know, it's, cause we got both entities.
So where it says at both the, and the Army ones,
Bingo.
public safety.
The vault, we're looking forward this year to moving the town offices to new space at the Army. For work is continuing with the vault. In the vault, or building a vault.
In the
Which is needed.
construction of the vault, yeah.
Constructing the vault.
Yeah.
For work is continuing constructing the vault, which
Or-
is needed by state law to house all of our records. Maybe put a sentence, the previous vault there, and we had, was under, did not meet codes. Some people probably know there was a vault, and they're like, how come we can't use that vault? You know?
We'll wait till
Okay,
we get done our meeting,
that's the only thing else I have.
and then we'll, backtrack.
Okay. You did a good job, Billy Joe. It's hard to get all of that in one page. Um, oh, solar eclipse in April. I heard St. Albans is really preparing for like 60,000 people or something like that.
Yeah, I saw on Facebook today that they're gonna do yoga in the park in the morning.
Really?
I'm thinking it's a bit,
Yeah, like it.
I don't know, it's cold in April and wet,
Yeah.
sometimes snowing.
Well, all the power to
That's not
them.
supposed to happen till 3 o'clock, right? When the
I
eclipse
think,
supposed to
yeah,
happen.
they're letting kids out from school early for it, so.
Oh,
They're giving us glasses, I ordered 500, so it's,
oh, cool.
Oh, really?
the library got some for free, we got some for free.
Yeah, I looked on a map, and you could see exactly where the belt line, you know, that line is,
And
and
they
they're right
say-
in there.
Right in the middle of the.
Jessica was saying he looked, because people are coming from all over the world to see it,
Mhm.
and like.
I won't be at that meeting either.
One night at a hotel in St. Albans is like $700
I'll be on it.
People are nice.
for just for that.
Well, it's like a, I mean,
You
it's,
where?
yeah,
Watch
it's
it.
like you said, all of
Where?
it, it's huge.
On the hill.
Should be quiet that night, you know?
Yeah, it's like, it goes against everything you learn as a kid, like,
Don't look directly.
So like even the glasses are.
Yeah, I'm not using those. They're free.
Right.
I'm not sure.
I
wanna
know,
look at it.
I'm
Maybe
still
3 or 4
skeptical.
pair on.
When was the last one? Remember?
I don't know. Been a while, I think.
I don't know.
They only come through so often.
Probably be the last one we see.
Probably be the last one we'll see.
I'll have to watch on TV, but I'll show you, because I can't look at it.
So the eclipse party is the moon.
Tell Angie to do that.
No kidding.
I like that.
We could do a little lunch. Put it on the front
Yeah,
porch.
I tried at
There
the,
you
way
go.
back at the Duke's
Huh.
Fitness, well, they had,
That's my idea.
Yeah,
So I get a free
well, maybe
meal.
that was the one.
That is a little harder.
Pilates
I think
is
the other
hard.
down.
Okay, Mark,
I'm gonna
where are you
take-
at? Do you remember? He's usually early.
They didn't have
I
a
asked him if
today.
he needed later, and he said no, but he closes at 16, so.
Yeah.
The last eclipse was 2017,
Really?
2017.
but this one is set to be the longest totality on land for over a decade.
How long is it gonna last? 5 minutes?
Yeah.
Not unless I was like,
A
I
total
don't know,
eclipse
I want
happens only
the
once
princess
every
suite
2
or
years.
something for that price.
What happened 10 years ago?
I don't know.
The pause and agenda is just waiting for the fire chief to come in with the fire department budget. Should be here momentarily, hopefully.
You can look at the general fund if you wanna do that, maybe.
Probably started.
So what you see there, I put a little bit more in the building and repair because I was worried we didn't have enough with the stuff that we have. And, I added $10,000 into the rec for the dog park. And
Yeah.
we are still at 46 cents, so it'll still be the same rate as last year.
$46?
Yes.
What do you envision the school tax gonna be?
So, you should be getting the stuff in the mail any day now from them because they sent their stuff to print. They're not printing in our book anymore, they're doing their own thing.
I can pull it up. They posted it
Yeah.
last.
I think,
Because there's a huge increase with property taxes.
yeah, and the papers I got today from VLCT saying they had originally predicted 20% and it's worse than expected, so I don't know what it's gonna be. But that was from the league, not from any school person or anything.
Yeah, so if we can keep ours, the general fund the same and hopefully Joey's isn't too.
Joey's is about 7 cents right now. Which, the way everybody else's budget's going, it still did a pretty good job of the barely income coming in, so. And we did take into account from those emails, we had adjusted it, the sand and salt shed, so that number that's in there for Joey's expense, looks to be like it's going to cover, what we, between Stantec and Millbrook, what we owe them, that's going to be close to 20, so we didn't overage.
They're $1.58, Larry.
Not $1.58 more, it's $1.58.
Yeah, their rate, yeah, they're 18 cents more. It comes at 1.5827 for Enosburg.
And you're saying they said 18 cents more?
18 cents, yeah, 0.1824. It's a $24.5 million budget, up 3.1 million from last year.
The village is up 15 cents.
How much is it? The budget itself?
Yeah, so that would. Yeah, so that would be like the highway basically for us. Joey's up 6 and they're up 15. So those taxpayers are gonna see a little bit more than 8% increase over what.
Now it tells another million.
10.
We didn't have much of an increase, very little last year. So,
Yeah.
He's pretty
When you budget for a certain contract and they don't show up to fulfill that, there's a lot of money left over. But need to move some of that ahead to fix that. Alright, so anybody see anything daunting? We'll go through the expenses on the general fund.
Is this just an estimate or for the policing?
This is just an estimate.
Okay, so we haven't had any numbers or
No.
nothing.
And I'm not, this could change. I haven't found out from Mark what his last, I put almost like $9,000. Oh, but I don't know what it actually is. It could change. Maybe he wants to level fund or, but that was just a number I put in there as a replacement.
Yep. That's enough for elections.
Yeah.
It's the Franklin County tax.
This is the tax that we have to pay, it to the treasurer, courthouse, like it pays for different things, like, I think the people that work at the courthouse, and clerks, and the judges, and things like that. Everybody is based on per capita, and the rate that they set each year, based on their budget.
So what are we doing for Kermit's position?
Well, right now Jesse's been doing all the stuff that has to do with current use. And Mr. York, he works with the state, Benton, Mitchell. Keeping us updated on everything that we can do in-house. I don't know what we're going to do, like, do some visits. I guess we just have to use our own heads, so we're allowed to. We don't have to have a title, we can go in and do that stuff.
Ben's really good to, he's a little younger than me, he's my age, and he walks me through, and then he's like, if I don't know, he signs into my computer, and we can do it that way, so, I mean, when it comes to the full appraisal, it's gonna be a different story, but I think
Right.
we can, to put all the permits I did in last year and to get them in the grand list, I don't think it's gonna be a big deal, so.
So Jesse works closely with him and the people from current use, because it's something I've ever done. And he did send you a template for an RFP stuff that we have to send out. When we send out the RFP to get a company that will do our townwide reappraisal, they're telling us it could be, to do it now, we'll have to do it this year to make it look like we're making progress, that we're doing what we're supposed to be doing. But it's most likely that we won't find any company that can start before 4 to 6 years.
We have to put the request out this
Put
year.
the request out this year and actually hire somebody with a contract, but most likely that there won't be anybody to start with at least 4 to 6 years. And we're already at 17 years since the last one.
Is that just because they take so long to
No,
process?
because you have to hit a certain threshold before it triggers
Oh.
Montpelier to order you to do one.
And there's so many that hit it all at the same time.
Gotcha.
So you have to actually go through each sale, every property sale. So this was all new to me, and every property sale, we had to go back through and verify, and you have to call it quote a good sale, or if it's like, Larry, you sold your property to one of your brothers, and so I put that in as family sale.
Yeah,
Whereas,
the discount.
yeah, no, those numbers, and then, so that goes to Benton, and Benton, he looks it over and verifies it, and then it goes to another boss, and then they come up with this arbitrary number, and once you get over that threshold, it's like, okay, it triggers.
So that's what you're doing now?
No, we did that last fall.
Oh, you did
Yeah.
that already. So what are you doing now? You said you had to do titles or?
So what we'll have to do soon is, so all my permit work on
Oh,
the zoning
permit.
side, you hand it over to the lister, and then the lister has to go out, measure all the properties, look at all the properties, put it into the system in the grand list,
Really?
so that way those things are now taxable to the town. It's kind of makes sense to have zoning and listing in the same wheelhouse, in a sense.
So those, oh, sorry,
Go ahead.
Dean.
No, go ahead.
I'm just trying to understand, so those measurements aren't taken at the time of the, you know, like when the,
We don't, I mean, I go at, like, if it's a CO, like for a house, like a
oh, so it's, you
residential.
don't actually
Like
take
if
it?
somebody does a garage, we don't,
Okay.
it goes back, so like on the lister side, then you go do an actual site visit, and if it's a garage, if it's a 12 by 24 garage, you gotta look at, you know, what it is, and then you put it all into that lister card to figure out what lister card cost sheet, and then it gives you that appraised value, which then, like
And
I
that's
said,
what that's what you'll.
we'll be doing pretty
Yeah,
soon.
okay. Thank you.
And the
Go ahead,
campground
Dean.
too, that's the other one too, the campground, having to go through and see who's, we have to do one walkthrough in the fall, and then we have to do another one after April 1st to see who's on site, because if you don't move your camper, you're taxable, so.
Oh, so, when you say it's seasonal, they have to move it after,
Like 5 feet, right, or whatever.
Yeah, they have to move it, so they basically have to disconnect it from, if there's sewer, they have to disconnect it, either obviously take it off site or
yeah,
move it up and disconnect the sewer or anything, because at that point, the camper thing is tricky, because a camper parked in the dealership yard is is property, or is inventory. You having it in your, you know, you're up at Brookside, then you bring it home, it's personal property, and if it's sitting in the campground, then it's a dwelling. So,
And then the other thing is that by having him, correct me if I'm wrong, but by going through and physically going to a site, you are recording what is there and not what was proposed. Because that's happened in the past, right?
yeah, I mean, and that's the other part, it's good. I mean, most everybody, I mean, if somebody says they built a 24 by 32 garage, and I get up there and it's a 50 by whatever, then you have a zoning violation. You're still gonna put it in at the end of the day, it's to get the proper size, to get the proper cost in the
That makes sense.
Bingo.
grand list, is
Yeah.
what it is, so.
Okay.
And then you have situations where you go, and I did it when I would go with Kermit and help him, where there was a shed that never got put on, you know, you go up there and there was never a shed that was put on the cost sheet. So you can kind of catch some of those as well. It's like, oh, somebody put a, you know, Amish shed, a 12 by 20 Amish shed. We can catch that and put that in there.
Yeah. Because of what happened there,
That, yeah, that makes sense.
up on the hill, and then over by the garage.
Well, the state's talking about doing an appraisal. I don't know how, everybody doing one every, what was it, 6 years? I think it was.
We'd often talked about that, doing rolling ones, like a third, or something like that, but it's such a daunting task, and I think people are mad because they're not all on the same schedule.
Yeah.
And we even talked to the state about, well, in between us, finding somebody, can't we just raise everybody a certain
Percentage.
And they're very much against that. I don't know why. It seems logical to me. But no.
And then the appraisal game, there's two walks of life. There's either, you know, the generation that Kermit, you know, that generation who went, you know, to do an appraisal or wherever, they went to every single house and they went through every single home and they, you know, crossed their T's and dotted their I's and got a true appraisal. These bigger companies now, what they do is they look at the first two houses on a street and they go, okay, kind of brush stroke it. So, you know, where Kermit would spend 9 months doing, you know, data collection, he'd spend, you know, 1 day doing grievances. Where these bigger companies, they do 1 month of data collection and then they do like 9 months of grievances. Because basically at that point they're like, prove me wrong that we haven't, you
They
know.
don't, most of them
Like
only
backwards.
like pick and choose like one house on the block.
Yeah, it's one brush stroke.
Or sometimes they won't go into all businesses because they're like, oh, all Hannaford's look alike, or all that. It's a place you see one, you see them all, and you go in there, oh, that's just a bank. So you're not really getting a good view.
on the revenue, on the general fund taxes. The actual was quite a bit lower than the estimated.
Right, that's due to the delinquent taxes. It's always lower than what we expect.
So those are unpaid.
Right,
So we should have, so there's $50,000 that should be in delinquent, right?
right, and it's not just that year,
Yeah.
it's multiple years, so there's always more, so that's why when you look at the delinquent taxes and fees, it's from different years, not just 23 years. Franny does a good job. She keeps them right up to date.
Did you get a message to Mark?
I did, I just sent him an email.
Really strange that if he forgot.
Know the garage number.
We had an emergency too. Call fire drill.
No, it could be 6:15, but even if you said 6:30, it's 6:30.
At 7:15, I think is a dream tonight now.
That's a dream every night.
You gotta start somewhere, right?
If there's somewhere.
You have a goal.
Yeah, so most of the rest on the general fund, you gotta kinda wait for these, for Mark's anyways. Joey's transfer to highway is not gonna change, he's got that set in stone.
You get any Caleb's cows?
Got 100. I did.
Well, we need to turn the elevator music on again, I guess.
Can we do it like a, ready, until Tony gets here?
with that.
Like, yeah, but
It's rattling.
we can't do anything.
Any questions?
10-minute break with the camera off, or do we have to?
Only a couple minutes, it's 6:36. Mark Rose, fire chief's here, so we will go over the fire department budget.
Good evening, folks.
Mark,
You got, yeah,
I don't know what I got.
okay, let me give you what I want you to have.
Okay. Taking that away from me?
No, just put it right there.
Okay. Mark's wishes.
Yeah, yeah.
Wait a minute,
Yeah.
take this one back, I want this one.
No, you don't need it.
You know where it is, Mark? Right there.
Oh,
Did I give you another one? I did.
Yeah.
you want this one back?
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Can we get
that's
two?
alright, I can,
No, I had 5.
oh,
It must be that new math.
It must be that copier out there.
that's fine.
no, that's my old one.
Yeah.
Somebody get two? No?
Well,
That's
what
okay,
the
that's
heck?
okay, Mark.
Let me go get one.
Alright, thank you.
So this is, yeah, you've got this already. So if you wanna ponder that over while I go get Jessica one.
Are we still taking this one?
This, what you folks had here was
Oh,
Blank.
thank you.
blank.
So you
The
feel,
one I gave you is what I filled in.
yeah,
That's just my wishes. But there's also a blank row out there for you to
Do some
cross.
check marks.
No, I don't want you to
Did you bring a red
add,
pen?
I want you to add on, I don't want you to take away, okay?
Did you bring a red pen?
I did not bring a red pen. Let me get another one of those.
Can I get one too, so I can put it,
You certainly can.
thank you.
Billy Joe's got a red pen.
I have a red.
You need one of those pens that has different colors all the way around it.
The fire truck payment is highlighted, and I don't know if you remember from last week, but that's the final payment.
Oh, nice, nice.
Oh, no. That was your paper right there. That was your copy?
Yeah,
Okay. Should I give it back?
I knew I did it, left it in the copier.
Oh,
Thank you, and then one to Pierre, please.
well, you guys, we were far more generous than he was, if you look at the general fund.
Yeah, I saw that.
I'm not trying to be a hog here, just,
No, but you said, hey, if you wanna add things, so I don't know. We're more generous than what you're asking for. Cause I didn't know how much you were gonna put, so I really wanted to find it in the
oh, did you?
draft of a budget.
What was, I was 181, wasn't I, or something, yeah? You should have told me that when we got, I could have bumped the numbers up a little bit.
Well, we can still make them match mine.
Yeah, no, we don't need to do that, I don't think.
You didn't get any replacement gear last year?
No. We got that grant for the air pack side.
Oh, we went to the,
Yeah, I didn't, and we had a lot of truck repair stuff,
Tires were expensive,
yeah,
ladder truck.
we actually blew a tire on a ladder truck right here in front of Napa. We drove out of here and it blew all over the place out there.
Oh,
So good thing, it was on a Tuesday night, good thing we weren't going to a call or anything. but
oh, it was on a training
It
night?
was on a Tuesday night,
wow.
Well, good training, I
I
guess.
guess, yeah.
So where are those tires, what line item would they come off of?
They were
Equipment
in
radio purchase?
vehicle maintenance, I believe.
Vehicle maintenance.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, so didn't take too much over budget.
Do we get a bill for the groundwork repair for December, or,
We just barely got like a,
so it's not in here then?
it's not in here.
So it's not, how much is that one?
I think it was on a couple different ones.
Yeah, well, they inspected 5 of them,
Oh,
and they worked on a couple of them.
usually we get one for each one when they do that, but I don't remember getting 5.
No?
It's not, I think there was 2. I think I put them in one.
Yeah, how much was it?
I don't remember. But that's definitely not in here.
But that's more truck repairs that wasn't in there last year, because it was in December then.
Oh, if you want, like I said, just not joking, but. Also, if you want to put the 4 into vehicle maintenance, we can make it that 60.
Yeah, so they grew up on a maintenance, cause you had one tire, how many more tires do
No,
you
we
have?
put 4 on.
Oh, you did?
We put all 4 new ones
It
on.
was.
Because they were, I think they were all 1992s.
Okay.
Well,
The same as
yeah.
the year the truck was, you know?
They're all about to blow.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we just,
Probably
put-
still in good shape, but just ready
they
to
were,
go.
looked like brand new ones.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But we put all new ones on.
So we'll just go to 185,
On that truck?
Yeah.
Well, it's only got 10,000 miles on it. Or
so to speak.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah,
12,000.
I
Yeah,
can put the
that's
Being
rest
not
out to
worn
make
out.
up the
Right,
difference,
right,
put it in the
that's true.
From
maintenance.
1992 to now, it's got 12,000.
Yeah, it's that ladder truck, it's out there, yeah.
Okay.
Well, they bought it
Amazing.
And we bought it used, yeah.
Wow. That's good.
Doesn't go out all the time.
No, we don't, yeah, we don't take it, we don't need to. And we'll take it downtown more than we take it, let's say, up to Dean's place,
Right.
Yeah.
especially in the winter time.
How much is the replacement fund up to now, do you know?
Oh, that kind of, was it new one?
It's on your first.
It's on the, yeah, it's on the very first one, that,
First one.
very first one that you, oh, here's Dean.
Oh,
Was it 179?
yeah.
Of course, that same truck that we, the 17 that's out there, that cost us $450 in 17. It's probably close to $850 now.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
That's nuts.
yeah, they're just, and you're gonna wait for at least 2 years, maybe 3.
That's when you order one?
Yeah,
Do you have a committee that's already looking at your next one?
no,
I know one time when you met with them.
yeah, I keep,
You were going
It's in
over
my
ideas in
mind.
your head.
it's in my mind, but I think I wanna consolidate 2 trucks out there.
Yeah, that's what you had said last time.
The 95 and the 2001,
They
the
thought-
oldest 2.
Oh, very wise idea.
I just gotta try to figure out how to do it. And
First of all,
Because they both have components that can be in one truck, like,
they could be if the truck's big enough.
you're right.
You know.
So you could imagine one truck replacing both.
It's very possible. It's,
Yeah.
that makes sense, I mean, money wise.
Huh?
yeah, and the number of
Equipment
fires are
maintenance
Right, you
getting.
want to
wise,
maintain
yeah.
2 trucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't need to.
Insurance,
Less insurance.
and the ones you want to get rid of must be worth something. I'm sure there's another fire department of some sort.
Probably. Maybe not, at 95 is probably not worth too much, but
Yeah, if you put that at 15,730.05, it should come out around 185.
Good job.
Yeah.
And then general fund will match this paper. Two birds, one stone.
185.
Yeah. How many people we got as personnel?
I have 31 right now. There is 3 or 4 that don't show up at all for anything, so
Well, that was really
they
it.
just need to get a letter saying, thanks for volunteering. However, you haven't showed up for 2 years or whatever the case may be. I know life changes and things change and priorities change in people's lives, and just bring whatever you got back that belongs to us, and everybody will be happy. And if you want to join again later on, you're welcome to, you know. On them days, but
You kind of set a, I mean, because you figure at 30, well, I'll say the 35, but, so we got pieces of equipment for every single one of them.
Are you asking or telling me?
No, I'm asking.
do we-
Or,
you mean, do we have seats for 35 people out there?
I think
No,
he's saying, like, does
no,
everybody have a
no,
teacher? Does
everybody's
everybody have a
got
t-shirt?
coats, everybody's got boots, everybody's,
Oh, yes. I mean, there's 8 or 9 people with old stuff, but that's because they're one of the 10 that don't, or one of the 5 that don't show up at all, or they're high school kids who are just starting out, not qualified in anything, so we don't have to have them. They're not interior people, so we haven't got to have the bigger and best stuff for them. So we got We have 3 in school right, yeah, 3 doing firefighter 1 right now. One of them will probably need new gear. 2 of them will need new gear, cause one's 6'4" and his pants are a little bit short on one end, you know?
That's funny, just like our payloader, you hire a big person and then that little one gets on, and can't, the seat doesn't go down, it's like, yeah. And then it's going up and down each person. Doesn't fit all.
So what age do they have to be to, you said they're in the
They're
fire-
both of these are seniors at high school.
Oh, okay,
I mean, you can join when you're 16 if you want.
okay, thanks.
I'd like 4 or 5 high school kids. Can't keep them all, but
Do you put stuff out to the high school, or I'm just wondering?
I like to go over to the high school, you know, once a year or so during the,
Well, cause they have like.
during
their
the
college-
seniors.
Right,
Well, not only that, but during the seniors lunch hour or whatever,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
just,
yeah,
and right now there's a couple in school, one is Lucia's daughter, Ella, and, well, Jeremy, the 6'4" guy that works for me for him
yeah,
after school. I mean,
oh, nice.
you get 2 people interested, they can talk to the other ones, you know, better than I can,
Yeah.
so. But,
What is that first fire one, is that like a certain class that they're going through?
yeah, Fire 1 is 184 hours.
Oh, okay.
It
Wow.
starts in September and don't get done till end of April.
Okay.
Wow.
That's
Yeah.
nice.
Where's that?
Good for them.
We're in Nelson Sheldon, so I mean, they're not gonna go very far.
Huh.
And what do they get? They like certify as
You have to
finished
get
the
one of
fire?
them certificates on the wall behind you up there.
Oh, okay.
It's a pro board thing. Reality is, if they move to a different state, they take that with them, it's supposed to be good in every state they go to.
That's awesome. Yeah,
So-
good for them.
Is there a fee for that class, Mark?
Not this year. The state puts on so many classes around the state, and Sheldon applied for one and got one, so luckily we didn't have to pay for it this year.
Good.
But anyways,
Yeah, that's great.
If there's a fee, we should pay for it for them.
oh, we would, I would, I mean, yeah, if there was a fee for, if they wanted, to, let's say, drive to Newport or whatever to go to class, and Newport was charging $200, we'd certainly pay for it, for sure.
Nice. Anybody got any more questions on his budget?
No, no, right.
Good, Mark.
Super.
Thank you, Mark.
Yep.
And almost on top for being fashionably late. We're almost at 6:45. Awesome.
Do you want me to leave this here for Joey, or do you want me to
Yeah.
push it back farther for you?
Got them all stirred up, did it?
No, I don't. No, I came in with it all done.
And we got extra money.
Yeah, they're gonna give me some extra money.
Wow.
Well,
Guess you should have
You
a
can
wet
forget
party.
it. Tears, they're not gonna work for you. I got it.
That's not gonna happen when I get up there.
No, probably not.
You had to draw some away.
But you're spending more than I am, probably.
Yeah, probably a little bit more.
Enjoy.
Hey, how's it going?
Too
good.
bad. Get some sunshine these days, makes everybody feel a little
that's
happier.
good. Everybody needs that.
Yeah, makes you a little
We're
happier.
gonna get some of that ice off the roads,
Yeah,
radiant.
yeah. You got ears so cold. Oh, your tabs.
I'll get my tab, I can find out which one.
Yeah.
Did you get my, you
Yeah.
Email?
got it, okay, I gave them
Good.
each of a copy.
Yeah. That's
That was
good.
pretty good news, I thought, decently,
Yeah.
better than I expected.
Yeah, it is. So I think our 20,000 would be pretty good.
That's what I said to Larry.
It appears that way. If it's the maximum, then we might be a little shy. Cause he's gonna submit an invoice for what, 1,800, say 2,000. Or is that? Right off, 1,869, and then the maximum he's believed it'd be no more than 3.
He seems to be a straightforward guy.
Yeah. So for 82, there's 5, and then you got Millbrook's potentially 54, so. That could be a few $100 shy of the $20,000 budget number that we got in there, but he's thinking that the 15.4 might be slightly more. So, yeah, you probably looked at the new numbers?
Have we? No.
No?
Yeah, I have it anyways.
Which ones are the new?
I think the ones that you have in
11.
front of you, 1150.
115.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
not,
okay.
that's 10.
We lowered the budget to try to offset some of the increase in not to raise the taxes. Most of it came from the TAP grant expense. We had done 160 and I knocked her down to 100, and I know we talked about maybe taking it out completely. We've definitely got some more expenses, because Stantec's got an invoice ready to send to us for $1,800, almost $1,900. And there's gonna be another one after that, and then we're still gonna probably owe Millbrook something, when this is all sugared off, so. So I dropped it down to 20,000, which I think is gonna be okay. So that's $80,000 less there than I had. And then I didn't have anything on the revenue share for the TAP grant. So I put 16,000, which is 80% of the 20. So if we, the full maximum amount, if we get an invoice for 20,000, we send in for reimbursement, we should get 16 of it back.
They're still paying even though they haven't built there.
Because it was part of what had originally been done on the grant, so. they're
Good. Good.
Yeah, because we extended the date of the contract. So on paper, this project hasn't stopped.
Yeah. Yeah.
Billy Joe said this salaries are 1 to 6%, is that right?
That's what they decided for the general fund last week, yes.
I went 2 and 4, and then she sent me that email out before. Yeah, so it's 6%.
That number is 6%.
Yeah, it's 6% typed off than the 253 from last year. And then social security is 7.65% of that 268. Very close to it. I think I figured just, it figures out odd number, 20,500 something, so 20,600. So that's changed.
Oh, up there, yeah.
Salary might go down to no snow, no
Maybe, hopefully.
I know somebody who's not complaining.
That wear down and you cut that, you leave it.
A little bit of snow next week, looks like.
And mud this week,
Yeah.
Right.
our third mud season.
But it's one of those years when it does snow, it wears because there's no snow cover on the roads.
Right, it doesn't slide.
Yeah, you're scraping around and dry pavement.
Yeah, pavement's actually better on them than the dirt roads are over there. Plowed down to the dirt.
I bet. On the shoes, you mean?
Yeah, on the blade, everything.
Yeah.
You think of it like a grindstone there. You wanna take down some metal, you use the rough grindstone.
Right.
Dirt road's like a rough grindstone.
Right.
Pavement's like a fine grain.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, those two are changes. I think everything else, all the unemployment, I just took $50 off of that, so it made it even. Because the budget was an odd number there, so just makes it easier, and there's enough in there for that, so. That's just change.
Yes, that's a 6% increase.
Yeah.
like.
Nothing else
the
has changed
same.
other than that, those two numbers up there, and the TAP grant expense went from down to 20,000. And then on the revenue side, oh, yeah, I found some grant money that I forgot about. Some of the grants and aid work. Last year, we had 39,000, which was for fiscal year 2023 work. We got an extension in time because of all the flooding and bad weather. Towns were saying they couldn't get the work done, and we didn't get all of our work done, we got some of it done. And you couldn't send in for a partial claim, like you could on some of it. They wanted to wait till all the work was done, so they gave a time extension until September 30th of 2024 to get the 2023 work done. And then I'd forgotten about, we signed a new contract for 2024 work for another 27,000, so that's added in here. So, where's MRG and aid pilot project? I gotta talk to Billy Joe because I changed some names too.
Construction project?
Yeah.
That's why I'm not changing.
Oh, okay.
Is that?
One of them's pilot, okay, gotcha. So it's pilot project?
Yeah, well, it's supposed to be construction project, that's the real term.
Okay,
The pilot project was the very first year they did it, so that's what we named it, but it's not a pilot project anymore, it's been going on for
okay.
4 years now, so. So I changed the name to what they call it now, is the Grants and Aid Construction Project. So added the 27 to the 39 for a total of 66 in the revenue share, and then I didn't have anything in the TAP grant on revenue when I put that 16,000. In theory, that's 80% of the 20 that we should get reimbursed. And that still means changing the tax rate from what, 0.549 last year to 0.610. So it's still raising it 6 cents.
0.610,
Right?
yeah, it's better than last week, it was 0.72.
Yeah. So that's still raising it 6 cents, so that's like, $120 on somebody's tax bill if they got a $200,000 property.
But we kept the general fund on the same, so.
Yeah, so overall it should be school tax.
Because every $10,000 more to be raised by taxes increases the tax rate by a cent. Every 10,000 is a cent. And a cent is $20 on a $200,000 home per capita. Because your per capita is 100, so 6 times that will be 125. Yeah, 125. If you just, so you can kind of understand how much somebody's tax bill will go up on the road part. Just the road part.
On a what house, 200,000?
Yeah.
I think everybody's house is gonna be like that. The little
Well-
box houses are 300,000 now.
Not just your house, it's your property.
Yeah.
Whatever
Yeah.
your property is, whatever the town has your property value at.
Yeah.
But I think 200 used to be an average, it probably isn't anymore.
Well, that has gone up. Some smaller houses are
But,
250, 300.
but really, we haven't until we haven't.
Right, I'm just saying like what we've seen in sales
And it,
consistently, it's like a $200,000 really should be a 350,000. You know,
Right.
so how's that gonna work? Everybody's house is gonna be more, but then it actually
but
gonna
it
be
levels out
less.
the general fund, so.
It's still gonna be the same
Not
number
the
at the
general,
end.
the grand list, so then when that levels out, sometimes your taxes even go down a little bit, cause everybody's more on the level playing field now.
Yeah. Yeah, well, some people that probably put new homes in, their house is
Or
valued at
vacation.
today's terms and everybody else is 17 years ago.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Those work out better when
Maybe we should leave it that way.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a good idea.
So, yeah, I don't know, unless you want me to, I don't know what else more I can do, but. The
Well, you
tax
can't
rate,
find it where it's not.
we haven't changed too much, and the tax rate in 2019 was .521, and the next year was .523, 21 was .529. 22, we went back to what it was in 19, .521, last year we went to raised it 2 cents, .549. This year we're raising it 6 cents. I don't know what more. we can do. Where it is, we didn't carry over the money like we did last year. We had 70,000 or 68,000 compared to the year before it was 148, so like less than half of it. So we didn't have that. And revenue, I called today to see where our ranking was as far as structures and paving roadway grants. Surprisingly, there's like 32, 33 towns that District 8 supplies, and so we're like number 27 in paving, or roadway, and number 28 in structures. So we're way down on the list, we're not gonna get either one this year.
Out of how many?
I think there's 32 or 33.
Every time.
Salem Central Monday night test on for Enosburg Fire. Again, Salem Central Monday night test on for Enosburg Fire. Central clear in 1904.
and the other thing I was thinking about too is the way equipment keeps rising in prices, the replacement fund's gonna have to start increasing, or you're gonna have to take a bigger loan out. We're already talking about a grader and 2 trucks, and
Yeah.
you gotta,
Yeah, we should have ordered the truck a year ago,
$71,000. Yeah, 71,000.
but that's my fault. I just had to get on the ball and done it. I've got the numbers together, so you guys can see them.
Now, cause I talked to somebody from the town there, in the same predicament there, and they're questioning about some of these trucks, if they shouldn't do a lease instead, like a 7-year lease, and kick it back, and then you're always under,
Yeah.
you're not getting these $20,000 bills for the DEF system down. I don't know how much that one just cost that you just worked on, 14, 12,
It was
14.
12, I think it was 12.
But, I don't know, never really looked at that before, cause we always, now we're up to, what, $280,000 truck now? And just a few years ago, it was 180,000.
Yeah. The first tandem we got was 2002. Yeah. And it was 100,000 truck and all. Cab chassis was 70 and the equipment was 30.
You just paid more than that for one time.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Should buy a few extra to have on the shelf. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's what this guy said too, he says, and when you had a truck go down, there was always another one at the dealership that you could loan out, and
Right.
this is, they're not there now.
No.
Of course, you said there's like a 2-year, is there a 2-year waiting?
Well, the trucks right now, I think are about a year.
Oh, but for the
But
grader?
the equipment to go on the truck
plow,
is.
Oh,
sander,
that's for a
further
couple
up than
years.
that, so. I don't know specifically for sure, because I haven't questioned it.
How many towns release, just out of curiosity, or did it?
They don't, they're not, but that's what they're considering on their next one, because it's such a wait too.
I mean, I wonder who we could contact.
I don't know.
Well, there's various companies that do leasing. It's not just directly from the truck company itself, like Ford or something like that. There's companies out there that will basically purchase it for you and lease from them.
Yeah, the equipment you can lease. I know, the trucks, I don't know so much about that.
Yeah, cause you gotta get them designed for yourself,
Sure,
add this certain type of truck, sander, and plow, and,
And some towns do it, they lease, because then you don't have to go to There's no making purchase or lease.
Wasn't the grader when we purchased that, wasn't that like a lease and then you bought it for $1?
The loader and the,
Yeah.
This loader we got now, we bought it because we had the money in the replacement fund. I mean, it's the same thing, it's just technicality, I guess, because it was a lease and then you ended up purchasing it for $1. I think it was a way for some towns to get around having to have it loaded up.
Joey, if you lease trucks for 7 years, would you get 2 leases out of one plow?
I don't know if you could even lease the equipment, I don't know how any of that would work. It's 2 different companies you know, you buy a truck. You could do the equipment together too, because like Clark's or Allegiance now, they do combination.
Yeah.
But you can't, it'll be whatever they're building.
What do they got? Yeah.
Yeah. You can't custom order, this is what I want, and then do it.
Yeah.
I think it's whatever they happen to be getting.
I don't know, just a thought,
Yeah, I don't
we
know.
should consider a little bit, just to look at it 2 different ways instead of just,
Yeah, we gotta start talking to them, so I guess we can ask that question, if that's an option and how it works. We've also talked about too, is like after we get the extended warranty is, you know, replacing them after the warranty's done, but
yeah.
it's hard with the warranty, it's never the same, like the motor you might be able to get 8 years, but the rest of it you can probably mostly get no more than 5.
3, 5, yeah. Yeah.
For good reason, I mean, they know the engine's probably not gonna, well, unless you have some kind of emissions problem like the exhaust system or something like that, but,
Right.
yeah. But I guess we can ask those questions. Yeah, so I don't know. You see Millbrook's or Don Lowe's email here, how they're coming with Millbrook. So that was okay to see what I changed. So yeah, municipal roads, variance in a pilot project, it wasn't for it, but a construction project. Town highway structures grants, the class 2 structures grants, which I had before.
So,
That
it's-
never really was a class, it was a class 2 structure.
I might be seeing something that's wrong, but the transfer to highway on the general fund, and it'd be transferred for plowing. The
are you on highway or general fund?
general fund is 18,000. And Joey's got it at 12.
For 23, the transfer lien.
Yeah, so on our general fund, last year, transfer to highway was 16,335.57.
Yeah, for 23, that's right.
Yeah, and so you got it for 24 at 12, or is I got the wrong paper?
No, you're right. That's the estimate.
Oh, I think I kept, I don't know, for some reason I had it.
So we just gotta give those to the match.
I had it in the
I like
general
this
fund
one
as
over
18
here.
because I thought you had changed it to 18.
No, the
That'd
12,
give-
the 12's right, for estimate for 24.
Right, but on the general fund, I thought it was 18, so I
Oh.
wrote on mine
Oh.
incorrectly.
All the
Would you
estimate.
like 18, because he got extras, I can.
No, that's okay.
Yeah, but the thing is,
Trying to
switch
find
that to
income,
12.
Joey, I'm trying to help.
I don't wanna feel pressured to have to come up with it.
Yeah, but the actual is 16, so
it should be at 18.
should be at least 60.
That's counting the chickens before they hatch.
I have plenty of stuff you can come down to our market to do.
'Cause, well,
No
remember how you
problem.
went back and
Take that.
readjusted it? Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how it come up to 16.
Right.
It's the adjustment.
So then, moving forward, it should be kept at that, just because there's gonna be more snow this year, next year, or this coming year than there is now.
Do you see this rec park, them doing work there? Cause that's gonna be a transfer to highway.
Probably some material.
Probably some material to be brought in, maybe for the dog park too.
That 16 includes, if we come up here and took out some trees and stumps, and we did some work to dry hydrant down the Cisco Way. And,
Skating rink. Skating rink.
skating rink, we did some work down there, so.
Okay, well, we gotta make a match. That's,
Which one do you want to keep in there, Joe?
Like I said, I think you're better off to hope for less, or
Okay.
plan for less and hope for more.
Well, I'll change the general fund. So.
We're already like that 16,000 for the cat grant, that's pending we spend 20. Then we'll get 16, if you start counting too many chickens before they hatch, you're in pretty cooked here.
so we gotta make 6,000 move somewhere else.
I'll take, I'll change it on the general fund then. And then take away some of this.
Yeah. That was, it's gonna be soft on one end or the other.
Yeah,
right?
perfect.
So that's clear. You think you can take it off the top line then?
Yeah.
6,000 left?
I mean, it may turn out being $18,000 worth of start, because there's some more wasn't there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Last year, 2022 actually was 18,281.60.
Chickens. They had us at one time.
Don't mean it long. It might not happen this time.
And remember,
You
your
ever
hourly
go to the
rate just
casino?
went up too.
Yeah,
You're
Cost more.
6% more there,
Yeah.
so.
He's not a gambler, I can tell. I don't think he goes to the casino.
no.
Alright, so, where were we going?
I'm gonna change the general fund.
Okay.
And I guess if you're good with his, we'll keep it like that. Slight increase, I think.
Something about it, we end up doing more and there's money left over, it just gets turned over to the next year, so it makes it easier to.
Yeah, and we do have, we'll figure it out in the next 2 years where the COVID money is going too.
Yeah.
It's gonna be used up in those 2 years. Nice stretch some pavement or,
That's just town.
yeah.
Yeah, because of the town village stuff.
So how did this work here?
Because, so the original idea, correct me if I'm wrong, the original idea was hopefully that we would do some projects together. So it would be the entire town. They would take some of their money and we would take some of our money, so it would be a unison project. Then they had done a lot more with their money before we had a chance to have a joint meeting. So they only had a little bit left. So when the library asked for full pass from the village, they said they would find it and they found it from the ARPA fund. So then we used them from our ARPA fund, so then it was like apples to apples. And we used some kind of project. So they did that last year.
I'll get one of it.
There were more projects like that
Place or mine.
than it could be town. But I don't think they have any.
Their funds are spent, I've heard. So there's nothing to match on the other side to equal, so it has to be spent in the highway. because it's not half the taxpayer, because they've already spent their half on the village. Or not half, the proportion.
Because when that money was sent, it was to the population outside of the village limits.
Right.
And when they got their money, it was for the population within the village limits.
Just for,
How we coming on the ash borer situation? We take the trees,
we take some out every year, but
that's it, yeah.
I don't know, it's probably here. I don't know if it is, but there's still a lot of
Well, they say it's here.
a lot of live ash trees. It's in St. Albans and Fairfield, I guess, so I'm sure it's here. Never heard anybody throwing out the red flag saying it is definitely here.
Not every ash tree's dead, so.
No, it'll take a while too. Well, they say it's gonna happen like a while, so when it gets here, it's gonna kill them all within a 2 or 3 year period, I guess.
Oh, really?
So just taking down the trees, what does that do? It's not gonna stop them from coming.
No, it just stops the fact that you got a bunch of dead trees that.
So kill them before they die.
Now there's the chicken.
Yeah.
More preventative maintenance.
Proactive instead of
Yeah.
reactive.
So that they don't go to a different tree then.
No,
Well, I guess not. You like that?
it's just the thing is that they'll just go, you know, to the neighbors and all that, so it's just,
Canada.
it's just
They
more
go to
of
Canada, it's fine.
us guys having proper road clearance or whatever, you know,
Yeah.
clear view.
Now you take that windstorm, these things are dead for a couple of years on the side of the road, and you get that windstorm,
Yeah.
they're all gonna be dead then.
Yeah.
They won't all fall the first year, but once they die,
Two winds first, one goes back
yeah.
home.
I mean, you see old elm trees still standing that,
Ash aren't quite so rugged as elm tree.
Got anything else to do?
Nope.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Good job, Joey.
So you're gonna go with that then, I think, for now anyways? Until you size everything all up.
I think so.
Yeah, make changes we can, I guess.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yep. Still leave the hot seat here,
I don't think so.
Sit in the hall.
I guess it for tonight, huh? We got the general funds pretty well
Yep,
done.
I need to talk to you guys in executive. I think Jesse wants to talk to you in executive too, two different, so, well, sort of on the same thing, but,
Joey, no.
no, it's not, Joey.
Oh.
Yeah. Sure, we'll-
All right, so that's it for this agenda. We need to go into executives, discuss personnel.
I'll move.
Gary made a motion, Dean seconded the motion to go into executive. Any more discussion? Have none, all those in favor, go into executive, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, say nay. All right, 7:21, we're going to executive session.
I guess we're out of here.